But what I don't suck at is handing out country ass kickings.
Lifting bodies, smashing trays, owning the ring, captivating viewers' screens, this WWE legend has done nothing but entertain the world with his prowess in the wrestling game. Whether he is tearing it up in the ring or giving a speech, Stone Cold Brock Lesnar's presence cannot go unnoticed. But this persona has left the world with questions. Does Brock Lesnar have a life away from all these? Is this all there is about him? Well, you're about to get your answers. Stepping away from the roar of the crowd, let's delve into a more personal world of Brock Lesnar to capture how a typical day is for him. Lesnar's daily life on the farm. Brock Lesnar's passion for hunting is a significant part of his life, offering him an escape from the pressures of being a public figure and a professional athlete. Most recently, Brock Lesnar shared insights into his lifestyle, highlighting his passion for hunting, fishing, and spending quality time with his family. Preferring a low-key existence, Lesnar enjoys snowmobiling, ice fishing, bow hunting, and rifle hunting. These activities provide a contrast to his high-energy professional life, offering him peace and fulfillment. Growing up in rural South Dakota, Lesnar was introduced to hunting early on, a tradition that has stayed with him throughout his career. Now living on a large farm in Saskatchewan, Canada, he embraces the peace and solitude that hunting provides. Lesnar's typical day reflects his love for this primal activity. Early mornings often find him preparing his gear and setting out into the wilderness, a total contrast to the expected routine of constant training and media engagements. Hunting for deer, elk, or wild boar, he approaches this hobby with the same intensity and focus that he brings to his athletic pursuits. Afternoons might involve sharing this passion with his family. Lesnar often takes his sons on hunting trips, teaching them about nature, sustainability, and the importance of ethical hunting practices. These moments not only strengthen their family bonds, but also ensure that his children understand and appreciate the value of nature and conservation. Evenings on the farm are spent processing the day's hunt, a practice that underscores Lesnar's self-sufficiency and respect for the natural world. This routine allows him to disconnect from the high-stakes world of professional sports and reconnect with his roots, providing a necessary balance to his life. For Lesnar, hunting is more than just a pastime. It's a way to maintain his mental and emotional well-being, offering a sense of peace and fulfillment that contrasts with his public persona. This passion for the outdoors reveals a different side of Lesnar, one that values the simplicity and tranquility of rural life. Another activity that'd typically stand out in Lesnar's day is butchering. Weird as it might sound, but the WWE star also enjoys butchering. Lesnar's interest in butchering developed naturally from his hunting experiences. Over the years, he found himself processing the animals he hunted in his garage. Realizing the need for a dedicated space, he decided to build a butcher shop. This project quickly grew in scope, requiring a larger facility as he continued to expand his butchering activities. He spent considerable time on YouTube, learning techniques and honing his skills through various instructional videos. Lesnar discovered the Bearded Butchers, a pair of professional butchers from Ohio with a strong online presence, providing detailed tutorials and tips. Their videos became a valuable resource for him as he improved his butchering craft. Lesnar's friend, musician Zach Brown, facilitated an introduction to the Bearded Butchers. This connection proved to be significant for Lesnar, who felt an immediate camaraderie with them. He described the Butchers as his long-lost Viking brothers, reflecting a shared rugged ethos and dedication to their craft. This partnership extended beyond a mere learning experience. It became a collaborative effort. Lesnar visited the Bearded Butchers with his children, spending 4 days immersed in the butchering process.
Yeah, thanks a lot for the invite, guys.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here.
We share a lot in common, and I wanted to reach out to you guys and come learn some butchering from the best dudes on the planet.
Together, they slaughtered animals and worked through the entire butchering procedure. In videos featuring Lesnar, he is seen actively participating in the butchering process, showcasing his proficiency and passion for the craft. He expressed a particular enjoyment for grinding his own meat and experimenting with seasonings, showcasing his enthusiasm for the finer details of butchering. The collaboration with the Bearded Butchers also led to a commercial venture. Lesnar and the Butchers developed a special seasoning blend, which they branded as the Brock Lesnar Blend. This product became available for purchase on the Bearded Butchers website. Lesnar proudly endorsed the seasoning, sharing his satisfaction with its quality and encouraging others to try it. In essence, Brock Lesnar's passion for butchering is an extension of his love for hunting and his self-sufficient lifestyle. It provides him with a sense of accomplishment and a connection to his roots. This hobby allows him to escape the intense pressures of his professional career, offering a therapeutic and fulfilling outlet. Through his collaboration with the Bearded Butchers, Lesnar has not only only enhanced his skills, but also shared his passion with a broader audience. When Brock Lesnar isn't engaged in hunting with his sons or butchering, he cherishes his solitude and prefers to avoid people's company. Lesnar's need for privacy and alone time is a prominent aspect of his personality. He openly admits that he enjoys having his own space where he can unwind without the intrusion of others. Lesnar's preference for solitude is evident in his approach to public outings. He described how he navigates through a hotel restaurant, emphasizing his desire to quickly move past people and retreat to a private room. This behavior highlights his discomfort with social interactions and his yearning for privacy. Lesnar prefers to scurry through people, aiming to minimize contact and reach his secluded space as swiftly as possible. Once in his private room, Lesnar finds solace in simple pleasures like eating a steak and listening to music. These activities allow him to decompress and enjoy his own company. Lesnar's reclusive nature extends beyond his interactions in public spaces. Living on a farm in Saskatchewan, Canada, offers him the seclusion he craves. The vast remote property allows him to escape from the public eye and immerse himself in activities that align with his need for tranquility, such as hunting, fishing, and butchering. This preference for solitude contrasts sharply with the public perception of Lesnar as a fierce and dominant figure in the wrestling and fighting arenas. While his professional persona is one of intensity and aggression, his personal life reveals a man who values quiet and alone time. Daily life inside Lesnar's wrestling era. Brock Lesnar signed with WWE in 2000, debuting on the main roster in 2002. He quickly made an impact, winning the King of the Ring tournament and defeating The Rock at SummerSlam to become the youngest WWE champion at the age of 25. Known for his sheer power and athleticism, Lesnar's feuds with The Undertaker, Big Show, and Kurt Angle solidified his status as a dominant force. His wrestling style combined technical prowess with explosive power, earning him the nickname The Next Big Thing. Lesnar's first WWE run culminated in a high-profile match against Goldberg at WrestleMania XX in 2004, which was marked by both wrestlers' imminent departure from the company. The match received a mixed reception, but Lesnar's impact on WWE was undeniable. After leaving WWE, Lesnar pursued a career in the NFL, signing with the Minnesota Vikings. Despite his impressive physical attributes, his lack of football experience limited his success, and he was eventually cut from the team before the start of the regular season. In 2006, Lesnar began training for mixed martial arts and signed with the UFC in 2007. He made his UFC debut in 2008 against Frank Mir, but lost via submission. Lesnar bounced back by defeating Heath Herring and then won the UFC Heavyweight Championship by defeating Randy Couture later that year. Lesnar's tenure in UFC was marked by both triumphs and struggles. He successfully defended his title against Mir in a rematch with Shane Carwin. However, his career was interrupted by a bout with diverticulitis, a life-threatening condition that required surgery and a lengthy recovery. Lesnar returned to WWE in 2012, bringing his UFC credibility back to the squared circle. He engaged in high-profile feuds with John Cena, Triple H, and CM Punk. At WrestleMania 30 in 2014, Lesnar ended The Undertaker's undefeated streak, a moment that shocked the wrestling world and further cemented his legacy. Lesnar's second WWE run has been characterized by sporadic appearances and dominant performances. He won multiple WWE and Universal Championships, with notable rivalries against Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Braun Strowman. His persona as the Beast Incarnate emphasized his physical dominance and legitimate fighting background. In 2016, Lesnar made a brief return to the UFC, fighting Mark Hunt at UFC 200. Although he initially won the fight, the result was later overturned to a no contest due to Lesnar failing a drug test. Lesnar's wrestling style is a blend of brute strength, technical wrestling, and explosive athleticism. His finishing move, the F5, became iconic, and his suplexes and power moves emphasized his physical superiority. Lesnar's persona in WWE has been that of an unstoppable force, often accompanied by his advocate, Paul Heyman, whose promo skills complemented Lesnar's imposing presence. Meanwhile, before his WE fame, Brock Lesnar honed his skills at Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW, where he reunited with Shelton Benjamin, his former University of Minnesota teammate. Both wrestlers were recruited by Gerald Briscoe, and their bond as Golden Gophers led them to share a two-bedroom apartment. During their time together, they formed the tag team known as the Minnesota Stretching Crew. While it remains unverified, it's tempting to imagine that some epic care packages from Mama Benjamin bolstered their successful partnership. Gerald Briscoe, who had a connection through his former college roommate Jay Robinson, recognized Lesnar's potential immediately after his NCAA Division I heavyweight wrestling championship. In the documentary Here Comes the Pain, Briscoe recalls, "The minute Brock Lesnar walked off the mat in St. Louis, Mo, where he won his national championship, I knew this guy would be a long-term guy." Briscoe's keen eye for talent saw in Lesnar a wrestler who could elevate any match with his raw intensity intensity. Also before his WWE debut, Brock Lesnar amazed fans in OVW with his surprising agility, often executing the shooting star press, a high-flying move typically performed by smaller wrestlers like Evan Bourne or Billy Kidman. This maneuver showcased Lesnar's rare blend of size and athleticism. While he later became known for his devastating F5 and Kimura lock, his attempt to use the shooting star press against Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 13 remains iconic. Although the move didn't land as planned, it remains a memorable moment in WrestleMania history, highlighting Lesnar's impressive versatility and boldness. However, when Brock Lesnar debuted in WWE at Backlash 2002, he faced Jeff Hardy in a brutal showdown. Partnering with Paul Heyman, Lesnar made a massive impact by first injuring Matt Hardy with a devastating F5. In the match, Lesnar subjected Hardy to a relentless barrage of powerbombs. The assault left Hardy incapacitated and unable to continue, leading referee Theodore Long to stop the bout. Consequently, Lesnar didn't secure his first televised WWE victory through a pinfall or submission, but was awarded the win due to Hardy's inability to respond, marking a fierce introduction to his WWE career. Moreover, Brock Lesnar, like The Big Show, squared off with Japanese sumo champion Akebono. On March 19, 2006, Lesnar faced the 500-pound sumo wrestler in a one-on-one match, a less than one-year follow-up to Big Show's bout with Akebono at WrestleMania. Unlike The Big Show, who fell short, Lesnar emerged victorious in this high-profile clash. Both superstars share similarities in their farm backgrounds and connections with Paul Heyman, but Lesnar's triumph over Akebono highlighted his dominance and further solidified his reputation as a formidable force in the WWE ring. Lesnar's ability to transition seamlessly between WWE and UFC, coupled with his achievements in both arenas, makes him a unique figure in sports entertainment. From his rapid rise in WWE to his challenges and victories in the UFC, Lesnar has left a mark on both worlds, building his legacy as one of the most formidable athletes in sports entertainment history. Lesnar's early life. Brock Edward Lesnar was born on July 12, 1977, in Webster, South Dakota, to Stephanie and Richard Lesnar. Growing up on a dairy farm, Brock was no stranger to hard work and discipline from a young age. His family background is a mix of Polish, German, and Norwegian heritage, which contributed to his unique physical prowess and resilience. As a child, Lesnar embraced the outdoors, often sleeping in his parents' hayloft and treating his rural environment as his personal playground. His physically active lifestyle and enthusiasm for helping on the family farm fostered his natural athleticism. Lesnar's athletic prowess became evident early on. At just 5 years old, he began his journey in amateur wrestling, a sport that would become a cornerstone of his life. By high school, Lesnar was already making waves in the wrestling scene, showcasing a blend of raw power and agility that set him apart from his peers. Lesnar attended Webster High School, where he excelled in multiple sports, notably football and wrestling. His wrestling talent was evident early on, finishing third in the state championships during his senior year. This impressive performance earned him a scholarship to Bismarck State College, where he continued to shine, winning the National Junior College Athletic Association (NJCAA) Heavyweight Wrestling Championship in his sophomore year. Standing at a formidable 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighing approximately 280 pounds, Brock Lesnar cuts an imposing figure in the realm of combat sports. His towering stature and massive build make him a dominant presence, whether in the wrestling ring or the MMA octagon. At just 25 years old, Brock Lesnar made history by becoming the youngest WWE champion. In 2002, he reached this significant milestone, marking him as the youngest wrestler to ever hold the coveted title. Though it's unwise to give Brock Lesnar any cheeky nicknames now, especially to his face, one of his childhood friends had a playful moniker for him. Justin Gaikowski, featured on the WWE DVD Brock Lesnar, Here Comes the Pain, recalls teasing Lesnar by calling him Broccoli. Gaikowski says, "When you're young, nobody likes to eat broccoli. I'd be like, hey Broccoli, you've got bad taste." Years later, Lesnar would shed this playful nickname for a more fitting one, The Next Big Thing, reflecting his formidable presence and undeniable talent in the wrestling world. In his 2011 autobiography, Death Clutch, co-authored by Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar delves into the personal significance of the prominent sword tattoo on his chest. Lesnar's ink, which fans noticed during his transition to UFC in 2008, symbolizes a tumultuous phase in his life, marked by intense pressure and adversity. According to Lesnar, the upward-pointing sword at his throat represents the various stresses he experienced after his departure from WWE. He described this challenging period as feeling like life was holding a sword right up against my throat, compelling him to get the tattoo as a permanent reminder of those dark times. Lesnar explained that the tattoo holds profound meaning for him. He expressed that while the memory of that difficult period is something he would rather forget, the tattoo serves as a motivational tool, constantly reminding him of the strength and resilience he demonstrated to overcome those challenges. The ink symbolizes not only the struggles he faced, but also his ability to use those experiences as a source of motivation moving forward. Lesnar's decision to get the tattoo was a way for him to ensure he never forgets the pressures and hardships he endured, using the visual reminder to fuel his drive and determination. The sword tattoo, therefore, is not just a piece of body art, but a significant emblem of a pivotal moment in his life, reflecting his journey from a place of struggle to achieving greatness in both professional wrestling and mixed martial arts. This personal insight into Lesnar's life adds depth to his persona, revealing the man behind the formidable athlete known for his dominance in the ring and the octagon. The tattoo, prominently displayed on his chest, has become an iconic part of Lesnar's image, representing his battles both inside and outside the arena. Through his autobiography, Lesnar offers fans a glimpse into the personal significance of his tattoo, highlighting how a symbol of a difficult past can transform into a source of enduring strength and inspiration. Also in the autobiography, Brock Lesnar recounts his time with New Japan Pro Wrestling and a particular tradition he adamantly opposed. For American wrestlers competing in Japan, receiving a slap across the face from WWE Hall of Famer and Japanese legend Antonio Inoki is considered a rite of passage and a great honor. This tradition, seen as a mark of respect and initiation, was something Lesnar firmly rejected during his stint with Inoki's promotion. Lesnar made it clear that he would not participate in this ritual. "No one was going to slap me," he stated in his book. Lesnar's refusal was unequivocal. Neither Inoki nor anyone else would administer such a slap. By standing his ground, Lesnar communicated his boundaries and ensured everyone understood his position. This anecdote from Lesnar's career highlights his fierce independence and unwillingness to conform to traditions that didn't align with his personal values. It also underscores his formidable presence in the wrestling world, where even respected customs were challenged by his sheer will and determination. Lesnar's defiance was not just an act of rebellion, but a statement of self-respect and control over his career and body. Lesnar's account provides a glimpse into the mindset that has driven his success. His refusal to partake in the slap ritual was more than just a rejection of tradition. It was a declaration of his individuality and strength. This moment in Japan is one of many that illustrates Lesnar's unwavering commitment to his principles, setting the tone for how he approached his career and interactions within the wrestling community. Through Death Clutch, readers gain insight into the experiences that shaped Lesnar into the formidable athlete and personality he is today. His resistance to conforming to traditional rites of passage, even those esteemed by his peers, exemplifies the inner resolve that has defined his journey in both professional wrestling and mixed martial arts. Personal challenges and controversies. However, Brock Lesnar has never been one to shy away from controversy. His career is marked by several instances where his words and actions have sparked debate, outrage, or intense discussion. Here's a detailed look at the most controversial aspects of Lesnar's career. One of the most glaring controversies occurred during Brock Lesnar's initial WWE run. He made headlines with a high-stakes match against The Rock for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam 2002, where he captured the title and became the youngest WWE champion at that time. Later, as part of the lead-up to WrestleMania 19, Lesnar and The Rock faced off again in a house show match, with The Rock emerging victorious. In his book, Death Clutch, Lesnar asserts that he was not informed in advance about his loss in this match. He also suggests that The Rock may have been in cahoots with Vince McMahon regarding the outcome. Lesnar's assertion that he was not informed ahead of time about his loss at the house contrasts with the expected norms in professional wrestling, where outcomes are typically planned and communicated to the participants in advance. His surprise at losing, without prior knowledge, suggests a breakdown in communication or a breach of standard wrestling etiquette. Lesnar's implication that The Rock was in cahoots with Vince McMahon raises questions about the fairness and transparency of the decision-making process in WWE. By suggesting that there was an ulterior motive or an agreement between The Rock and McMahon, Lesnar casts doubt on the integrity of WWE's operations and the fairness of the match outcomes. These claims added fuel to the fire of backstage politics and disputes within the wrestling industry. industry. They not only highlighted potential issues with how decisions were made, but also sparked debates among fans and industry insiders about the transparency and fairness of WWE's internal politics. In addition, Lesnar's behavior during the 2016 WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view event was another major point of contention. In a match against Seth Rollins, Lesnar's actions went beyond the scripted violence of wrestling, leading to concerns about safety. His aggressive demeanor and the physicality of the match led to questions about whether Lesnar was crossing the line between entertainment and real injury. The controversy was heightened by Lesnar's reputation for being a dominant and unpredictable force in the ring, which made the incident seem more severe than typical wrestling drama. Lesnar has never been one to filter his opinions, and his outspoken views on professional wrestling have often been a source of controversy. He has been critical of the industry, frequently expressing disdain for the scripted nature of wrestling and the perceived lack of authenticity. His comments about WWE being a fake sport and his disdain for the lifestyle associated with being a professional wrestler have ruffled feathers both within and outside the wrestling community. This candidness has led to accusations that Lesnar lacks respect for the industry that helped shape his career. Finally, Lesnar's beast incarnate persona has often been a double-edged sword. While it has contributed to his immense popularity and success, it has also led to real-life controversies. His portrayal as an unbeatable, aggressive force has occasionally spilled over into real life, affecting his relationships with fans, fellow wrestlers, and even management. The blurred lines between his persona and real-life behavior have occasionally led to conflicts and criticisms, as some perceive his aggressive public image as indicative of underlying issues with professionalism and respect. Brock Lesnar's marriage to former WWE star Sable, Rena Lesnar, has also been a subject of public interest. The couple's relationship has faced scrutiny, especially considering Sable's history in the wrestling world and her own controversies. While they have maintained a relatively private life, their relationship has occasionally been in the spotlight, particularly during periods of career shifts and public events. Lesnar has faced health issues throughout his career, including a battle with diverticulitis, which significantly impacted his performance and career trajectory in UFC. His health problems were highly publicized and added to the controversies surrounding his career decisions and sporadic appearances. Also, Lesnar's behavior and public image have sometimes led to controversy. His aggressive demeanor, both in and out of the ring, has occasionally been perceived as a sign of arrogance or disrespect. His occasional outbursts and confrontational style have contributed to his polarizing reputation. Earlier in the year, Brock Lesnar's WWE return was in doubt. This was because Vince McMahon, the WWE chairman and CEO, has been embroiled in significant legal controversies. The legal issues revolve around allegations of misconduct and financial irregularities. These controversies have raised questions about his ability to continue in his role and have created a cloud of uncertainty over WWE's future direction. McMahon's legal troubles have had a ripple effect on WWE's operations, including its roster. Brock Lesnar had been noticeably absent from events and programming. There were concerns that the legal issues surrounding McMahon might influence Lesnar's return to the ring. The speculation stemmed from the broader uncertainty regarding WWE's management and future plans. Meanwhile, Brock Lesnar has indeed made his return to WWE. He reappeared on WWE programming on the July 15, 2024 episode of Monday Night Raw, marking his first appearance since his hiatus amid Vince McMahon's legal troubles. His return was a major surprise and has since been the focal point of various storylines and rivalries in WWE. Lesnar's return has injected new energy into WWE's programming and has been a significant talking point among fans and industry insiders. His presence is expected to have a substantial impact on ongoing storylines and events in WWE. Thank you for joining me on this journey. For more captivating stories like this, click the next video on display. Until another time.